The Without Fear of Her Future podcast is for women who are passionately pursuing financial freedom through investing in real estate. We are here to empower you to be brave, dream big, and design a life you love. I'm your co-host, Tresa Todd, founder of the Women's Real Estate Investors Network and author of the book, Without Fear of Her Future.
And I'm Melissa Baker, real estate investor and fitness coach specializing in turning properties from drab to fab. I'm here to help motivate and inspire you to build your dream life because, girl, you deserve it. Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to the Without Fear of Her Future podcast, where we highlight incredible women who are making their mark in the world of real estate investing. Today's guest is a powerhouse of purpose and persistence. Yes. Angie McGee Scott from sunny Florida. After more than 30 years in commercial banking, Angie made some big decisions and changed the trajectory of her family forever. Yes. Angie wanted freedom to choose her life choices, and real estate investing gave her just that. What makes her story even more inspiring is that it's truly a family affair. So get ready to be inspired as we dive into how Angie turned her vision into reality and built a business fueled by faith, family, and freedom. Angie, we are so excited to have you with us today and cannot wait to hear your story and share it with all of our listeners. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I have been listening to you both on my dog walks, probably for the past year at least. So happy to be here.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, before we dive into your real estate investing journey, I just like to, we did a little intro of who you are, but I want our listeners to hear from you who you were before real estate investing came along in your life.
Sure. So I was a banker. And when I say banker, it was more on the commercial business side, working with business owners on, the right account structure and the right technology that they use for managing the cash flow of their business. So I had various jobs straight out of college, been doing this, for 30 years. I hit 30 years last year. And being in banking in that same field. And so, that was from a work perspective, from a life perspective. I'm a single mom of two sons. They are now grown men, 21 and 25. So really my life was about work and my family, really my family first, and work. And I was blessed with having a really successful career and one that gave me flexibility to be there for my kids when I needed to be there for my kids. So, I led a very blessed life. I have led a very blessed life.
That's awesome.
That is
awesome. Well, how did you hear about the Without Fear of Her Future MasterClass, and what was it that gave you the confidence to go from the MasterClass and join Rain?
Well, I heard about it on a Facebook ad, and around that time, I had finished remodeling my home. Had been doing a lot of different projects around the home and house, and discovered that I enjoyed it. And I was pretty good at it. And since I had kind of finished everything or close to it, I was finding myself like, okay, what am I going to do now? What's the next project?
Yeah.
And then I saw your ad and joined the MasterClass, and it took off from there.
Wow. Okay, well, what made you say, okay, I'm jumping into the Rain from the MasterClass?
So, when I was sitting there on the first day, my son was actually in the kitchen, as men typically do when you're watching something alone. They're kind of, looking over, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And so I'm watching, and next thing you know, he's sitting right next to me. And watched the first day, and then the next night he, was like, "Okay, what time does the class start?" He watched the entire thing with me. So he was probably 22 at that point, 23.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
I would say maybe day 2 or day 3, I turned around, looked at him, and said, "Tyler, I can do this." Like, I definitely can do this. And then as the nights continue, it just gave me more and more confidence that, yeah, I can completely see myself. There was not one thing that you said that I felt that if with the right knowledge
Uh-huh.
and the right work, that I couldn't do it.
Oh, I love that.
I
So
do too. And I
good.
love that he was right there with you, kind of
Uh-huh.
encouraging you in that. That's awesome. That
And
is so
every day,
cool.
therefore, every day since.
Oh, that's so powerful.
So you did the master class and had this aha, I can do this, jumped into the Women's Real Estate Investors Network. And then you attended your first Rain Live, which was that 23 or 24?
It was 23. So I joined Rain, the mentorship in May. And by July, I was at Rain Live.
Awesome. Okay,
Wow.
now tell us about your experience of that first Rain Live, because I think that was a pivotal point for you, if I
Wow.
remember.
There, I think I had every emotion. I mean, so joyful. The community, the connections, women that I had met online through the group, women, local women that we had connected. That, there was a woman that lived 10 minutes from me
Oh,
that we
that's
met
wonderful.
at
Nice.
Rain Live. The tears, the it was just everything. But the moment for me at Marine Live that really changed it, um it was during and after Ed Milet spoke. And
Mhm.
it was a combination of Ed and I believe it was Teresa that's kind of closed up his speech, his presentation, talking about you're one decision away from changing your life. And prior to that, I had been thinking in my head, well, if maybe, if it goes this way, maybe I could do this. But in that moment, I declared, I will do
Mm,
this full time.
I love that.
I will. And
yeah.
I gave myself in that moment a year. I said, in 1 year's
Mm.
time, I will be doing this full time. And it was really
What?
because of
I
those words.
You made a decision. In that
Yeah.
moment, you made a decision, and that was it
I
for
did.
you. I
I
love
did.
that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And everything that I did from that moment on, both professionally, personally, it was about getting me ready for that moment.
That's so good.
It-
Yeah. So let's talk. So you left Rain Live. You had made a decision. How long did it take you to get your first deal? Tell us a little bit about it.
After in live, that's when I really kicked it in full gear as far as setting up the business.
Hmm.
I think I had already started, created the LLC, had already opened the bank accounts, but really hadn't done any marketing, hadn't put any of those things in place. And that's what the first focus was. So I would say by I had a little bit of a break around the holidays, picked up full force in January, and I would say by March, well, I had put quite a few offers in. Let me add
Okay.
that it
Yeah.
wasn't
Hey,
this
that's what it
magical
takes.
there you
deal,
go.
right?
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
action.
So
Yeah.
there were, I would say, 12, 13, 15 offers that were put in.
That's fantastic. I love hearing that because that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You go, girl. And you kept going, going.
and,
Love it.
and
Love it.
going and going. And there
Yeah.
were a couple of offers that we ended up saying, okay, you know what, after we got into during the inspection period, found out more information, like, okay, we under
Estimated.
identified
Yeah.
estimated the construction costs and pulled out of a couple deals. But at the end of the day, we ended up closing by August of that year on our first deal,
Okay.
and that was a flip.
All righty.
Nice.
And that was actually a flip out of state. So I'm in Florida. This was actually my first deal was in Memphis, Tennessee, which is where I'm
Oh,
originally from.
okay.
So did you have a partner on that deal, or how did that work with you being out of state?
So from the beginning, my partner in business is my boyfriend. So partner in life and partner in business.
Oh, that's
Um,
fantastic.
and so we just, used each other's strengths. on how we kind of divided the task, how we attacked the market. So I did a lot of the contracts and the working with the attorneys, and he did a lot of those outbound calls and putting in the offers. And then for the out of state, I ended up pulling my dad out of retirement.
Aw.
He was my boots on the ground. And he also had retired his real estate license. He reactivated that and represented us on the buy, as well as going and viewing every single property and, giving us his 2 cents. And
Uh-huh.
so that ended up being how we were able to do that first deal in Memphis.
That's so good. You really do have your whole family getting involved in this.
We do. That's part of the vision. That is part of our vision.
So
We
your
are
son, your dad, your boyfriend?
exactly. And
Yeah.
my mom is on deck, ready to, retire her and pull her on to, do some
All
of my calls
right.
and appointment
I
setting.
love this.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's good. And do some of you live in Florida and some in Memphis?
So my dad lives in Memphis, but my mother and my kids and the rest of us all live in Florida.
Okay. Fantastic. Love it.
I love that. I think there's so many women who need to hear that you can. We don't have to do this alone. We've got, not
No.
only do we have the network of other women, but to get your family involved in it. I do some things with my sister. I mean, you work with your sons. I work with my sister on some things. I just think it's awesome.
It's all about that legacy,
Yeah.
and leaving a legacy. So if we can teach this, especially to our children, and then they have that to just teach to their children, I mean, that's where we're literally changing generations. So
Exactly.
fun, so exciting.
A lot of people really think of legacy as money or things that they leave their children. But to me, the legacy is just what you said, Teresa, that it's that specialized knowledge. It's whether they choose to join us in the business or not, they're learning right there along with
That's
me.
right.
My youngest son
Yes.
gets a download every day on the business and what's happened and what's going on. So they're learning as I learn, and that's the true legacy.
Yes, I agree.
It absolutely is.
And they're watching their mother just truly dream big and be brave and
do hard things.
Yeah, that's right. Instilling some courage in them.
Exactly. And I'm having to walk the walk.
Yeah.
As when they're growing up, you tell them, pick yourself up, you can do this. And, and it's a different thing when they're actually watching me walk the talk.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. I'm so
Yes.
proud of you.
Thank
That's
you.
incredible.
So that was your first deal. Tell us kind of where you've gone from there with your deals.
So, I think Teresa, you say this. It's like once you get that first deal, it's like this domino effect. So after the first deal, we were brave after, doing that. By August, we had our second property that we closed on. That one was here in Florida. So we had one in Memphis going on at the same time as here in Florida. That was also a flip. And
Okay.
took a little longer than we anticipated, but that's okay because we learned so much. We sold that property August, so just a couple of months ago.
Okay.
So that we successfully navigated despite maybe a couple of days, a couple of moments in fetal position
Yeah.
with the challenges that come with it.
Yeah. Growing sometimes looks like that.
Yes, it does.
We all have those moments.
That's right.
Yes, it does. But, as I said, as I taught my kids, you pick yourself up. But we made it through successfully. And so now we took a moment to do the kind of reset, reevaluate what went well, what I like to call start, stop, and continue. What are we going forward? What are we going to start doing? What are we going to stop doing on the next deals? And what went well? What are we going to continue doing? So we've kind of reevaluated. Yeah, we've reevaluated that, and now have the plan for going forward. So, and a lot of it, I got a lot of clarity from Rain Live this year, and what Kelton shared with us. About the wealth building for retirement. and the
Yes.
strategy that he shared. So that was really timely. And now I'm really focused on building my portfolio, getting, hitting my number, so that in 10, 12 years time, when I'm ready to kind of slow it down, I'm set up for that based on that knowledge that he shared with us.
So good. So good. I love it.
I do too. Yeah, I love hearing you attending Rain Live. And we do want to talk about this because we do want to hear about your experience with Rain Live. But to just see the proof of women learning something that they didn't know, right? We don't know about the things that we don't know until we do know.
Yeah.
But putting it into practice, right? And creating a plan. Now that you have that information that he shared with us, you can take it and create a plan for your family. And you're doing just that. And that's changing everything for your family. I love that.
I do too.
So
Yeah.
good. So good. So tell us more about your experience with Rain Live this year.
Sure. So I this year I did it virtually, which was great. So it was great to still be connected, although I wish I was in the room. I will say I that is one of my favorite things to join. It just hits all the buckets for me.
Yeah.
But not being able to join, I'm so glad that I still did it virtually.
Yes, I
Because
am too.
Yeah.
yeah, I got that from Kelton, just that right there
Yeah.
changed
All
everything
right.
for me. And still, not missing out, right? Not missing out on any of that knowledge. That was very important to me to make sure I dialed in for that.
Yeah. Well,
So good.
attending virtually, did your son get to watch any of it with you?
He did not this time, but I did
Okay.
download. I did give my notes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
there
love
was
it.
some good nuggets this year for sure. So I'm so
Oh.
glad that you were there to
Yeah.
see it and to learn it.
Angie, what do you consider your biggest success so far with Rain?
Um, I would say, really, it's just committing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've spent a big chunk of my life taking care of so many other people and making commitments to other
Yeah.
people, to my work life. But this, I'm in my 50s now, and it's about making those commitments to me.
Yes.
And I think I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
Despite being fearful, I cannot tell you that I was brave every single part of this. I was
Well,
shaking in my boots.
Well, you know
And
what? That's what courage really is doing it afraid.
right.
And that's what
Absolutely.
you've done. You're
yeah,
admitting, hey, I was scared, but you did it anyway, Angie. And boy, that's courage. That's what it
yeah,
is. So you are brave, girl.
And it pays off, and God blesses that.
That's right.
So He
yes.
sees you being brave and taking those steps, and doing what you're called to do, and He blesses it. That's awesome.
What are your goals now? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say, one of the things that I think a lot of us women do is we focus on the things that went wrong, or that we should have done this or we should have done that. And I took a moment after closing on that second flip, not looking at all the things that I could have done differently, but focus on what did we really accomplish. And I took two properties that at the time of purchase that had value of a little over $300,000, between, or excuse me, 700. I'm sorry, I forgot about that second one. $700,000 in value, and ran that up to almost added value to almost $1 million in value when I sold them. So
Woo!
that
You go,
that I'm
girl.
proud of. I'm
Yes,
really
you
awesome.
proud of.
should be.
Yeah,
You
definitely,
should be.
definitely.
Wow. Wow.
So what is next? Are you looking to continue to flip? I know you had mentioned building a portfolio. Tell us kind of what is in the forecast for you.
Right now, my focus is on building that portfolio of buy and holds. I'm pausing a little bit on the flips, but my focus is on creative financing. So really focusing on that, because I think there's a lot of opportunity to use that strategy, rather than what I did with the previous flips, which was hard money lenders and private money lenders. So just shifting a little bit, staying with the market, and where I think where the opportunity is going to be,
Mm-hmm.
and lowering some of those costs. So that's where I'm focused right now.
Okay.
Very nice.
Well, I don't have any doubt that you're going
Yeah.
to do it.
Can't wait to see what you do.
Uh-huh.
For sure. So let's, for the listeners, I know we've got some that haven't taken the MasterClass. There might not be in our network. What would you say for those who haven't taken those next steps or joined the MasterClass, or maybe they've taken the MasterClass and haven't joined the network? What would your advice be to them?
I would say it is an investment, but think of it as an investment in yourself, an investment in your future. And it's so worth it. The community is amazing. Not only will you have that support to build your business, but you will build out your community of friends. You will expand, just your overall out view in life. It's just so worth, the sacrifice to make that move.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, we're proud to have you. It's students just like you that make the Rain what it is. And I'm so proud of your success. And so, congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Can't wait to keep up with you and
Yeah.
see what you do next.
I love sharing these success stories with the network and other students, because it shows that women just like us can do this. We can make this happen. So what an uplifting message. Angie's journey from the world of banking into building a business rooted with purpose. It shows what can happen when we truly just trust God's plan, take bold steps, and lead our families with faith and vision. So if you were inspired, hit that subscribe button and share this episode with a friend who needs a reminder that freedom is possible.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening today. Thank you, Angie, for joining us. And until next time, we bless you. Be brave and dream big. Listeners, if you're aiming for financial freedom, dreaming of designing a life you absolutely love, or just curious about how real estate can transform your future, you're in the right place.
Yes, ladies, if that sounds like what you want, our masterclass is the key. It's easy to understand, super straightforward, and packed with all the secrets you need to start investing in real estate confidently and successfully. Why wait to build your dream future? Join us and let us make your dreams a stunning reality.
Just click the masterclass link in the notes below.
And we can't wait to begin this journey with you.